Kia ora anō. Thank you for joining me in the second video about A and O. In this video, I'll be talking about a few different sentence structures where the A and O categories come into play. In the first video, we talked about the two models that help us remember which items fit into which of the categories. In this video, I'll start introducing you to some of the sentences we use to show possession, ownership, or responsibility for the things we covered in part 1. Here's the first example. This is when you want to say something is mine. In this case, you would use one of these words, tāku, when you're talking about one thing in the A category that belongs to you. Like tāku pene rākau, my pencil. Tāku puka puka, my book. If I was to talk about something that is in the O category that belongs to me, I would say tōku, as in tōku whare, my house. These are the type of pronouns called T-class possessives. If there's more than one thing that I'm talking about, I would drop the T from tāku or tōku and use these words āku or ōku. One way to remember this is to say T for tahi, that's for one, drop the T for more than one. So if I was talking about something like my flowers, for example, I would drop the T and say āku puti puti. If I was talking about something from the O category like my clothes, ōku kākahu. Another example of when the A and O categories come into play is when you want to be specific about who a thing belongs to. This is seen in the question and answer sequence nāwai or Norway. Whose is it? Who does it belong to? This indicates something that is already owned. Here's an example. Nāwai te kawhe. Whose is the coffee? Or who does the coffee belong to? Nāku te kawhe. The coffee is mine. If you're talking about something that sits in the O category, like a motorbike, for example, you would say Norwai te motopaika. Who does the motorbike belong to? Nōku te motopaika. The motorbike belongs to me. Well, the motorbike is mine. These are called the N-class possessives. Another similar example is the māwai and mōwai question and answer sequence. They are the M-class possessives. These both refer to a thing or who it is for. So it indicates future ownership. Māwai te keke. Who is the cake for? Māku te keke. The cake is for me. Something that is in the O category, like a car. Mōwai te waka. Who is the car for? Mōku te waka. The car is for me. These can be used whether there is more than one item or just one. For example, māwai ngā āporo. Who are the apples for? Māku ngā āporo. The apples are for me. Here's some examples of using māwai and mōwai with more than one of something. Māwai ngā poiho. Who are the balloons for? Māku ngā poiho. The balloons are for me. In the O category, we have mōwai ngā hiripa. Who are the slippers for? Mōku ngā hiripa. The slippers are for me. You could also use these types of words and sentence structures to ask a question to see if a person wants something. He kapu tea mau, literally translated, means a cup of tea for you, or in more natural English, would you like a cup of tea? Ai, he kapu tea māku. Yes, I'll have a cup of tea. Here's another example of a time when you'll need to know about the A and O categories. The sentence structure we are using here is to say when somebody has something. The sentences in these examples start with the word he, which in this sentence can mean either a or some, depending on whether the possessive used is singular like tāku or tōku, or plural. Here's some examples. I'm staying with the words tāku, āku, tōku and ōku for this video, but you can find out about the other possessive pronouns in the next video about pūrero. The sentences in this structure start with he and then the word for the item that is owned. He rorohiko pōnahu tāku. I have a laptop. He motopai ka tōku. I have a motorbike. Again, if you're talking about more than one, follow the same rule as before. T for tahi. Drop the T for more than one. He huarako āku. I have some fruit. Here's another example that might come in handy. He pātai tāku. I have a question. The last example of a sentence structure where the are and or categories are important to know is this one. This sentence structure relates to ownership or relationship between two people or things. Here are some examples of how this one works. The structure looks like this. The blank of blank. Te o ngā blank or a blank. Where the are and or categories come in is in the word of. So it really depends on the relationship or the nature of the connection between the two items, whether or not you should choose are or or. I'll show you what I mean in these examples. In the are category, we have the students of the teacher, ngā ākonga a te kaiako. In natural English, that would translate as the teacher's students. The reason the students fall into the are category is because of tautetanga. The teacher is responsible for the students, which is why are has been used in that sentence. The next one, te pepi a te wahine, the baby of the woman or the woman's baby. The other examples are tangi a te ruru, the call of the owl, and te kōrero a te kaumatua, the speech of the kaumatua. Both of these fall into the are category because they are mahi. In the or category, the sentences are exactly the same but using or. Te akomanga o te ākonga. Te mama o te kōrero. Te waka o te tumuaki, the principal's car. And the last one, ngā kākahu o te pepe, the baby's clothes. So just to recap, here are the 4 sentence structures we covered in this video. The majority of the words we use in these types of sentences are called possessive pronouns or pūrero. If you want to know more about these types of words, please have a look at the next video about pūrero. I hope you found these sentences useful. Please let me know if you have any questions. Ngā mihi nui ki a koutou katoa. Kia ora.